So we are here with Wintergarden masterminds. Let them.
The equipment. I'm going to start here. Guitar, new piece. Never played on the Les Paul before, but I bought it. And as I was telling the guys today, this toggle switch here you have to get used to, especially if you're into rocking out, swinging up here, toggling out, toggling back in. It's a bummer. ESP Eclipse. Yeah, you can make what you will of it. I liked it because it's pretty sort of Victorian, steampunky, gold, brass, black. Sounds really good. It's got the EMG pickups, which seems to be standard for a heavy sound today. EMG 81s, and I think there's 81 and 86, I think, or 61 or something. So I don't know too much about it. And then it's going from the guitar into the pedals, which this is a very streamlined pedal system that I have. I usually have a very complex one.
Okay.
But,
tell us about the signal chain.
Yeah, the signal chain, you know, pretty much going out of the guitar into a cordless system here, which is one of those small plug systems, you know, on the guitar, very easy, light. Don't have to have a big backpack on your strap here. And that basically goes in the guitar into there, then straight into the tuner.
Yes.
Something goes wrong with that, I've always got a cable here, I can just plug straight in. So into the tuner. This Korg tuner I like better than the new model they've come out with, which is the pitch black. This one's better because it's got the two switches on the back here. You can actually do a bypass, or you can have it on permanently. I like it on permanently. I do my bypass here on the Mesa Boogie or the preamp here. So it goes into the tuner. Then from the tuner, it goes straight into, you know, my distortion signal, which I'm using this preamp, Mesa Boogie V Twin preamp. Can't get them anymore.
Which you're not seeing. Yeah, exactly.
Very rare. Actually, I'm living in Denmark. I bought this in America, and I had to pay a lot of tax on it when it came out here, unfortunately. But it sounds really good. It's nowhere near as heavy as the Mesa Boogie, rectifier. But it's all right, you know. And
it has a more bluesy.
Yeah, much more bluesy rock sound. Yeah. So you know, we'll see what happens in the development department there. But anyway, that's looping out of there into the Boss noise gates. A beautiful little tool, very much needed. And then signal goes into this here Digitech. It's a filter. It's basically a synth sort of filter wah thing. It's just got a lot of different filter settings, and I use this because I use a lot of different effects on the recordings that is hard to simulate unless I have my multi-effects, which I don't have right now. So I use this pretty much just to get all the different sort of weird effects that I'm using on the recordings with, you know, whammy pedals and wah pedals and all these different pedals which I'd just be dancing if I didn't have a multi-effect rack here with a MIDI controller. So I'm using this, pretty easy. Then a multi-chorus. Yeah. And then straight into a delay. And these all have multi-settings, so I can change them. So that's pretty much it. That pretty much gives me the sort of fake recording sound, you know.
Yeah.
I can fill out the sound like that and pretty much do everything. I've got. So that all comes out of there. Then we're going into a Marshall power amp. Marshall power amp. It's a
slave amp.
Yeah, it's a slave amp. It's the 100 watt one. Actually 200 watts. So 100 watts either side, stereo. And the way I'm using it right now is I'm just using one side, and I'm using the other side as a backup. So, you know, I'm just using the monitor, so I'm using 100 watts basically. It goes into there, and it goes into two cabinets. So it's got a Marshall cabinet, this is actually a stereo cabinet, and then a Randall cabinet here. I'll just get out of the way. And that's pretty much it. All the stuff up here, this mixer here, this is for the backing tape. We run a backing tape with additional, you know, guitars, synth and vocals on.
Sound effects.
And sound effects and just stuff like that, intro, you know, backing, sort of everything. And that's going in here. Usually we have a sort of an 8-track mixer that we can separate all the additional backing tracks, but today we're using an iPod. So we're running it in a click track in one channel and a mono mix of the backing tape in the other channel, and sending it out to our drummer Mass. That's pretty much the rig in all. Very effective. You know, you can play with it, you can play without it, you know. Very good. Signing off.